Odeng Guk, also called Odeng time, also called Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're making another classic after-school snack, very often sold in street stalls with tteokbokki. All you need is soy sauce and salt, but if you want to grab some dried anchovies and kelp, it makes a very frequently used stock in Korean cooking, so go ahead and grab those next time you're at the market. Salted shrimp adds a nice flavor, and you can sub that in with a little fish sauce if you don't have salted shrimp, or omit it completely. And salt to season to taste. Then fish cakes and some radish, and that's it. Radish adds a refreshing feel to this hot soup. It's hard to describe, but Oppa really enjoys the lingering radish flavor in some soup. We get the dried anchovies gutted and ground into powder from Oppa's mom, thank you mom, so it just dissolves into the soup. But if you get the whole anchovies, just fish them out after the broth is made. Kelp, anchovies, and radish are for stock flavoring purposes. I love to eat the kelp though. Just put it in one big piece into the pot, then cut into smaller pieces before serving. Korean cooking uses Korean radish, but you can use Chinese radish or Japanese daikon, or as you see here, just any old radish you can find at your supermarket. Korean radish is also called mu and is slightly sweet, but also slightly spicy, so if you can find it, try it. But living outside Korea, you make do with what you have. It's honestly fine and still tastes good. We're going to add some soy sauce. Soy sauce is not a cheap ingredient, so add enough to flavor the amount of water you have, but add in a couple of pinches of salt for good luck. And keep it on hand in case it needs some more later. All ingredients are roughly added in equal amount. Here we're adding about a tablespoon of each. We'll taste test it later and see if it needs more of anything then. We tried this package for the first time because we picked it up on sale. Kelp adds a wonderful savory umami flavor. They're found in the frozen food section. Just give that a rinse to get the frost off. It has that street food flair, but you could defrost it a bit, which would have been a good idea for us. You'll see why in a bit. But you can just buy any shaped one you like. This is a consumer warning advisory of what not to do. The following is an example of glass going through a thermal shock. This was used many times before to make soup, but adding really cold frozen fish cakes was the error. No one was hurt during the making of this demonstration. Moving right along, let's do that again. Take 2. Add some anchovies or anchovy powder, add some salted shrimp, add a piece of kelp, add soy sauce. We're using traditional Korean soy sauce, which is much saltier than the ubiquitous sushi restaurant type soy sauce. So you can add a bit more than what you see here if what you have is the regular all-purpose soy sauce. This broth made with anchovy and kelp is a very commonly used stock and is the base for many soup dishes in Korea. Sometimes only kelp will be used. This would make it a dashima yuksu. Sometimes only anchovies will be used. Then it's called 멸치 yuksu. Yuksu meaning broth. You'll find both dried anchovies and kelp in the dried goods section. Look out for packaged seaweeds and so on. Kelp is the much harder, rigid sheets, usually in smaller packages as well. The second time around is full of aggravation and laziness. Radish just being a flavoring ingredient, you don't necessarily have to cut it small, but here we are. A tall stock pot would have been more ideal for fish cakes on a stick like this, but again, we don't have it, so we'll just rotate those suckers around here and there, making it work. Let's do a taste test. Another one to make sure. Tastes a little bland. A little salt will fix that up. Let's add some in now. Remember to rotate them so it'll heat up all the way through. These are fully cooked though, just heating them up from frozen is what we're doing here. Korean fish cakes are made from various fish, salts, flour, sweeteners, preservatives, and have been deep fried. It's delicious for a reason, folks. Don't be fooled into thinking it's a clean source of fish protein. It's junky food. So, you know, everything in moderation. You can blanch it before cooking to get rid of some of the oils if you want. Taste test with anyone else that's around to make cooking a family affair. That's it, it's all done. Eat it while it's hot.
Guys,
This is a favorite street
guys.
food snack to eat outside when it's cold, and you cool it down by blowing on it just enough so it
Yeah,
doesn't burn your mouth. Dip in some soy sauce. We do use regular soy sauce for dipping. You can make a special sauce for dipping. Equal amounts of soy sauce and vinegar. Add some sugar or garlic or wasabi. Chop in some spicy peppers if you want, depending on your preference. Enjoy! Thanks for watching. See you next time. Oh, forgot a very important tip. You must enjoy the soup. It's incredible having some boiling hot soup when it's snowing out and you're eating this at a street stall outside. Have that experience at home and sip on the broth as you go. You can add a bit of soy sauce to this too if you like. Just have some sips and enjoy. Don't drink too much though. Think of it like slurping on some of that instant noodle soup. Nothing's good for you in there, but it sure as hell tastes good. Okay, bye.